Absolute references. Basically, you're editing a formula so that a portion of that formula doesn't change. First, we want to scroll over just a bit, and let's do our commissions. Now, if you scroll over far enough, you're going to get cut off here. Keep this in mind that you do have your page up and page down. Of course, we don't want to page up or page down by going vertically. You want to go horizontally. Hold down the Alt key and hit your page up key, and you go horizontal. Hold down the Alt key, hit page down, and you go horizontal to the right. So I'm going to use my scroll over here. Okay, for our commissions, what I want to do is I want to take this cell, 8, and then times it by the total commission, or the total that they earned, to figure my commission. So the total here for employee, and I'm going to scroll over to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is $562. Multiply it by this commission, 8%, that's going to be their commission. So I'm going to hit the equals on the keyboard, and then I'm going to select the cell, or click on the total here, and I want to multiply this total, as you recall, by the commission. Now the symbol for multiplication is the asterisk, and you can see it over here. And then I click on the commission cell. Now the commission over here is by itself. You want to keep your number separated for text. You don't want to mix the word with the actual number here, otherwise it can't figure what the letters and text are versus the number. So that's why we have commission over here and the 8% by itself. So I click on it, there's H7 multiplied by H3, hit enter, and this person makes $44 in commission. Now at this point, you'd probably very eagerly click here, grab that autofill handle, and drag down real fast and go, terrific. Hey, oh, but it's not working. Now keep in mind that when we autofilled others, like the total sum here, it had to update each row. So for here in the formula, you see it's now row 8, the next one's got to skip down to row 9. But look at this one. When I click back here, we're discussing absolute references again. Now we're multiplying this total here, and when we autofill, it needs to go to the next row, right? For that first part of the formula, which is on row 7. But not for the row up here, 3, and that's what it's doing. It's saying when you autofill, the next cell is going to be this one. There's nothing in it. The next cell is going to be this one. That's why we have a value error, because it's trying to multiply a number by text. And then it's going to update and go to this one, which is 0. So we need to tell that when we autofill this formula that we want this H3 to be static, to stay. You know, tell the dog to stay. Fido, stay. Don't move. So to do so, once you create your first formula here, you got it highlighted. Go up in the formula bar and click just before the cell that you want to stay, that you don't want to update. In fact, when I click on the next one, you can see it went to H4. If I double click real fast, you can see it highlighted here. So this is correct. We want it to go to the next total, but not the next cell here. We always want it to stay on commission. I'll hit escape again, select this, go up in the formula bar and click before the cell that I want to stay. And then on the keyboard I'm going to hit F4, and what it does is it automatically adds these absolute values, or these dollar signs, one before the H, and what it does is it tells it to stay in the H column. Never move. Don't go to the I, don't go to the G, stay. Also, because the absolute value is in front of the 3, it says also stay in row 3. Don't go down to row 4 or 5, but stay there. So right now with the dollar sign in front of each one, it says do not move when we autofill. This is a constant. And then simply hit enter, and then click on it again so you can see those dollar signs a bit clearer. And then go ahead and click and drag your autofill, and everybody's happy, because you'll notice when I click in any one of these, up at the top you've got your constant H3. It's not going down to H4, H5. It's staying the same. Here's how I remember it. F4 is the key, right? I mean, you could type in the dollar signs, but F4, think of it F for Fido. You want Fido to stay, and the number 4 key, so F4. One last thing is that, well, you don't always have to autofill. I can delete one of these for an example. As long as you got your commission set up here correctly, you can always copy it, go all the way down to that row, and then right click and left click on paste, and that'll work just as well. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as soon as I upload a new video, you'll be notified instantly, and you can do that by coming over here and clicking on my face. You can also click here to support me, so for $2 a month, you can have access to over 2,700 training videos, all ad-free, and for a few bucks more, you can have access to my exercises, instructor notes, quizzes, certificate of completion, and a whole lot more.